Welcome back to KrossUSA channel. From massive industrial shredders to precision stump grinders, today we're exploring the incredible machines that transform raw timber into winter fuel. Watch as cutting-edge technology meets old-school craftsmanship in wood processing operations that keep homes warm across America and Europe. When winter settles over the European countryside, the Heizomat 8-400 becomes a workhorse that transforms forest debris into valuable heating fuel. This Austrian-engineered marvel represents decades of refinement in wood processing technology, built by a company that's been perfecting biomass equipment since the energy crises of the 1970s. What makes the Heizomat 8-400 special is its drum-style chipping system. Unlike older disc chippers that could jam easily, this machine uses a massive rotating drum fitted with precision ground chipper knives. As whole trees or large branches feed into the intake hopper, hydraulic rollers grip the material and pull it steadily toward the spinning drum. The drum rotates at carefully calculated speeds, striking the wood with tremendous force, while the counterblade creates a perfect shearing action. The drum chipper design produces uniform chips, typically between 20 to 50 millimeters, perfect for automated heating systems that require consistent fuel size. Watch how the discharge chute throws chips up to 65 feet into waiting trucks or storage bins. That powerful pneumatic ejection system means fewer logistical headaches on the job site. The Heizomat's German engineering shines in details like the automatic feed roller reversal system, which prevents jams before they happen, and the robust chassis that can withstand years of continuous operation in harsh outdoor conditions. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a well-engineered machine handle nature's toughest material with mechanical precision. This wood chipper, powered by a robust Yanmar 87 horsepower diesel engine, represents the sweet spot between portable convenience and serious processing power, a combination that arborists and land-clearing professionals have relied on for generations. The Yanmar engine deserves special mention here. Japanese manufacturer Yanmar has been building bulletproof diesel engines since 1933. Earning a reputation for reliability that made them the go-to choice for everything from fishing boats to agricultural equipment. That 87 horsepower output might not sound dramatic compared to modern truck engines, but in the world of industrial chippers, it delivers exactly the torque characteristics needed for consistent, all-day operation without the fuel consumption of larger power plants. The 28 centimeter capacity, just over 11 inches, means this machine can tackle substantial branchwood and smaller tree trunks. The feed system uses a dual roller design with aggressive spiked drums that grip even slippery, freshly cut wood and pull it relentlessly toward the chipper disc. That mechanical feeding action is crucial. It allows the operator to present material at the hopper and let the machine do the heavy pulling, reducing fatigue during long work sessions. Inside, a heavy flywheel-mounted disc spins at high speed, fitted with 2, 3, or sometimes 4 hardened steel chipper knives. As wood enters, these knives strike it thousands of times per minute, slicing it against a stationary bed knife with precision that would make a traditional craftsman envious. The chips exit through a directional discharge chute that can rotate 360 degrees, giving operators complete control over where processed material lands. What's particularly clever about this size class of chipper is its towable design. Mounted on a roadworthy trailer with DOT-compliant lighting and brakes, it bridges the gap between small homeowner chippers and massive industrial grinders. You can pull it behind a 3/4-ton pickup truck to a job site in the morning and process several cords of material by afternoon, the kind of efficiency that built America's tree service industry. The Bandit 19XP represents American engineering at its finest, built in Remus, Michigan, where winter temperatures rival anything Europe can throw at you. Instead of cutting large trunks into manageable pieces or using a second machine to drag material, operators simply hook the winch cable around a log, sometimes 30 or 40 feet long, and let hydraulic power do the pulling. The machine draws the trunk steadily toward the feed rollers, which then take over, grabbing and processing it section by section. It's like having an extra crew member who never gets tired. The 1890 XP model features Bandit's signature disc-style chipper drum and can handle material up to 19 inches in diameter, hence the 19 designation. Twin horizontal feed rollers, each powered independently, grip material with aggressive teeth patterns that won't slip even on frozen winter wood. The discharge system throws chips up to 40 feet with impressive consistency. What makes Bandit special is their focus on serviceability. These machines are designed to be maintained by the people who operate them, with easily accessible greasing points, straightforward knife-changing systems, and robust construction that tolerates the inevitable bumps and scrapes of professional tree work. Innovation in wood processing often comes from solving the most frustrating problems operators face in the field, and the auto-reverse function represents one of those elegant solutions that makes you wonder why it took so long to become standard equipment. Traditional wood chippers have always faced a common challenge. When branches feed in at awkward angles or when material nests together, the feed rollers can stall or jam. For decades, the solution was simple but time-consuming. The operator had to hit a manual reverse switch, back the material out, reposition it, and try again. On a busy day, those interruptions could add up to significant downtime and operator fatigue. Enter the auto-reverse system. Using sophisticated sensors that monitor feed roller torque and motor load, modern chippers can detect when material isn't feeding properly. Within milliseconds, the machine automatically reverses the feed rollers, backs the material out slightly, then re-engages forward feed. Often, this happens so quickly that the chipper drum never even slows down. The system essentially repositions the material automatically, finding a better angle of attack without any operator intervention. Watch closely as branches enter the hopper. Notice how the machine seems to think about each piece, sometimes pausing briefly, reversing just an inch or two, then aggressively pulling the material through. That's the auto-reverse brain at work, using hydraulic flow sensors and electronic controls that would have seemed like science fiction to operators in the 1980s. There's a special satisfaction in watching a compact machine tackle a job that once required either explosive amounts of manual labor or much larger equipment. The combination of a Bobcat 337 mini excavator and Stumper 220 attachment represents modern efficiency meeting old-school problem solving, and it's a beautiful thing to witness. The Bobcat 337 itself is a marvel of miniaturization. Weighing around 8,000 pounds and measuring just under 6 feet wide, it can fit through standard residential gates and navigate spaces where traditional excavators couldn't dream of going. Yet, don't let that compact footprint fool you. With roughly 24 horsepower and a sophisticated hydraulic system, it punches well above its weight class. Bobcat built their reputation on this exact combination: small enough to be practical, powerful enough to be profitable. The Stumper 220 attachment transforms this nimble excavator into a specialized stump grinding machine. Traditional stump grinders use a spinning cutting wheel that chips away at the stump from above, creating mountains of debris and taking considerable time for large specimens. The Stumper system works differently and more cleverly. Watch as the operator positions the excavator's arm, bringing the Stumper attachment to bear on the stump. The business end features a drum fitted with carbide-tipped cutting teeth, similar to what you'd find on a traditional grinder, but mounted horizontally on the excavator's hydraulic quick-attach system. The excavator's hydraulic flow spins this drum at high speed, while the operator uses the arm's precise control to work the cutter through the stump systematically. What makes this system particularly effective is the leverage and control. Unlike a wheeled stump grinder that has to approach from one angle, the excavator arm can attack the stump from any direction: top, sides, even underneath if you're removing the root ball. The operator can curl the arm to apply exact pressure, retract to reposition, or swing side to side to work around obstacles. It's like giving a surgeon's precision to a demolition tool. The grinding process generates substantial heat. Those carbide teeth are essentially milling through hardwood at tremendous speeds. Notice the systematic pattern. The operator typically starts at the stump's edges, grinding the outer circumference first, then working inward in concentric circles or parallel passes. This prevents the cutting drum from getting trapped in the middle of a large stump and ensures consistent chip size. The Claas Jaguar 890 represents something you don't see every day in American forestry. A European-designed forage harvester adapted for biomass harvesting, demonstrating how agricultural technology crosses over into silviculture in fascinating ways. Claas, a German manufacturer with roots stretching back to 1913, built their reputation on harvesting equipment for agriculture, particularly their legendary combine harvesters and forage harvesters. The Jaguar series, named appropriately after a powerful predator, brings that agricultural precision to the world of short-rotation forestry and biomass production. Poplar trees are ideal candidates for this harvesting method. Fast-growing, straight-trunked, and cultivated in managed plantations specifically for biomass energy or pulpwood, poplars can be harvested on 3 to 7 year rotations. They're essentially an agricultural crop that happens to be trees, which is exactly where the Jaguar 890 excels. Watch the machine's specialized header attachment at work. Unlike traditional felling equipment that cuts trees one at a time, this system can grab multiple poplar stems simultaneously. Gathering arms fold inward, consolidating several trees into the cutting path. A massive reciprocating blade, similar to what you'd find on a combine harvester, but built far more robustly, slices through the stems cleanly at ground level. Here's where it gets impressive. Those harvested trees don't just get cut and dropped. They're immediately fed into the Jaguar's powerful drum chipper, the same system that would typically process corn silage or grass for cattle feed. The difference is, the knives are configured for woody material, creating uniform chips in a single continuous operation. Cut, chip, and blow, all happening in one smooth workflow. The discharge spout can throw chips into a trailing wagon or truck moving alongside the harvester, meaning the operation never has to stop for unloading. It's highly efficient biomass harvesting that can process several acres in a day, something that would have taken weeks with traditional methods. Some machines become so synonymous with their task that they define the entire industry, and the Vermeer SC252 stump grinder stands as one of those defining pieces of equipment. The SC252 approaches this challenge with straightforward mechanical might. At its heart is a horizontal cutting wheel, roughly 25 inches in diameter, fitted with carbide-tipped teeth arranged in a specific pattern. These aren't simple cutting edges. They're specially designed tungsten carbide teeth that can withstand impacts that would shatter regular steel. Each tooth is individually replaceable, and experienced operators develop preferences for specific tooth patterns depending on wood species and grinding conditions. Watch how the operator positions the machine. The SC252 runs on tracks rather than wheels, giving it exceptional stability and the ability to work on slopes that would be dangerous for wheeled equipment. Those tracks also distribute weight to minimize lawn damage, important when you're working in someone's manicured backyard. The operator uses twin control levers to maneuver the machine precisely, sometimes working within inches of fences, foundations, or landscape features. The grinding process is methodical. Starting at one edge of the stump, the operator swings the cutting wheel into contact, letting those carbide teeth bite into the wood. The wheel spins at roughly 1,000 RPM, and as it contacts the stump, it creates a shower of fine wood chips mixed with dirt and sawdust. The operator sweeps the wheel side to side in a systematic pattern, gradually lowering it to grind deeper with each pass. What's particularly clever is the mechanical swing system. The cutting wheel is mounted on a boom that pivots horizontally through a wide arc, allowing the operator to grind stumps up to several feet in diameter without repositioning the machine. Hydraulic cylinders provide smooth, controlled movement, while the operator can adjust grinding depth from the control station, typically going 6 to 12 inches below ground level to ensure roots are severed and the stump won't resprout. The power comes from various engine options, often 74 to 99 horsepower diesels that provide the torque needed for sustained grinding. That might not sound enormous, but remember, this power is channeled through the hydraulic system directly to that cutting wheel, creating tremendous force at the point of contact. For tree service professionals, the SC252 represents a sweet spot in capability and transportability. It's substantial enough to handle large residential stumps and small commercial work, yet compact enough to fit through gates and navigate residential properties. That versatility has made similar-sized machines the workhorses of the industry for over 3 decades. When German engineering firms set out to build wood processing equipment, they bring a particular philosophy: overbuilt reliability designed for decades of continuous operation in demanding conditions. The Jenz Hem 820 embodies this approach, representing the heavy-duty end of professional wood chipping equipment favored by municipalities, large-scale contractors, and biomass processing operations across Europe and increasingly in North America. Built on a robust chassis with tandem axles for road transport, it's powered by engines ranging from 600 to over 900 horsepower, the kind of power you'd find in heavy highway trucks or agricultural combines. That enormous power is necessary because the Hem 820's drum chipper system is moving massive amounts of wood through the machine every minute. Watch the feed system at work. Twin horizontal feed rollers, each several feet long and studded with aggressive teeth, grab incoming logs and branches. These rollers operate independently with sophisticated hydraulic controls that can detect resistance and automatically adjust feed speed. If the chipper drum encounters particularly hard or knotty wood and begins to slow, the feed rollers sense this through hydraulic pressure changes and automatically pause or even reverse slightly, preventing the system from stalling. The chipper drum itself is an engineering masterpiece. Imagine a steel cylinder several feet in diameter, weighing thousands of pounds, fitted with multiple chipper knives that are precision ground and balanced. It spins at carefully calculated speeds, fast enough to chip efficiently, but controlled enough to produce uniform chip sizes required by modern biomass boilers and heating systems. The drum's massive rotational inertia helps maintain consistent speed even when processing challenging material. One distinctive feature of the Hem 820 is its discharge system. Rather than a simple chute, it uses a powerful blower system that pneumatically conveys chips through large diameter tubing. This allows for very long discharge distances, sometimes over 100 feet, enabling the machine to stay positioned in the work area while filling distant trucks or storage containers. That flexibility dramatically improves operational efficiency on large projects. The Doppstadt DW3060SA represents something different from the traditional wood chippers we've been watching. This is a true industrial shredder designed for the demanding world of municipal green waste processing and recycling operations. What makes this machine unique is its shredding approach. Rather than the clean cutting action of a chipper with sharp knives, the DW3060 uses a slow-speed, high-torque shredding system. 2 counter-rotating drums, fitted with dozens of heavy-duty hammers or teeth, grab material and literally tear it apart through brute mechanical force. This aggressive action can handle not just wood but also leaves, grass clippings, small amounts of dirt, and even occasional contaminants that would damage a precision chipper. The feed system is equally robust. A large hopper accepts material loaded by excavators or wheel loaders. We're talking about yards of green waste dumped in at once. A hydraulically powered push floor moves this material steadily toward the shredding drums, maintaining consistent feed regardless of how the material settles or compacts. It's designed for the chaotic reality of mixed waste streams rather than the controlled feeding of sorted logs. Watch the discharge conveyor, another key feature. Unlike chippers that blow material through the air, the DW3060 uses a heavy-duty belt conveyor to carry processed material out of the machine. This allows for better control of the final product and enables operators to integrate screening systems that separate fine compost from coarser mulch material. For municipalities facing mountains of seasonal yard waste or companies processing construction site clearing debris, machines like this provide essential infrastructure. They're converting organic waste that once filled landfills into valuable compost, mulch, and biomass fuel. Environmental engineering at its most practical and necessary.